Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome, welcome. My name is Teri, and this is my good friend Kelly, Calihealer. And we are here to talk about, because it's so late in the game, but it's
But it's
almost
going to be
July,
uplifting.
but we're still doing 2026 predictions that we came up with, but we're doing the second half of them, so that's good. But we're also doing more of the fun things, like not all the heartache and,
Doom and
and
gloom.
such. Yeah, there might be a couple of things in there, but we're trying to do things that will not trigger people because I think there's enough of that out there right now.
Lots. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot, a
Yeah.
lot, a lot. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Hibiscus, Barbara B, Paul Freed, CJ. How you doing? Akila. Hello, beauty. Akila's on fire.
Yes.
She is, yeah, we got to do something. We tried to get together a couple of times and our schedules were funky, funky, funky.
Funky monkey.
Yeah, they really were. Well, my schedule is just like I'm such an early morning person. I try to get things done before 4 o'clock because, especially if it's wintertime, like I'm in jammies, man, at 7.
Oh,
Um,
I am too. I like to be in jammies at 7, but I'm not a morning person.
well, let me put that differently. I can get up and do stuff. I like to get up and go to yoga or go to the sauna or something like that in the morning and get all that done, self-care, and then I'm free for the rest of the day. But yeah, but we'll get there. Anyway, David, good morning. Lots of people coming in and welcome, welcome. So today we're going to do these fun predictions. And we already did all of them, but it was funny. Last week we started on them. We didn't even get close to getting through them.
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
So yeah, we have half of them left, and happy Valentine's weekend.
yeah. Yeah, right. Oh, Akila, you're in your jammies by 8:30, right? Yeah. It's just too much. Too much. Hey, David, are you in Australia? He says good morning to you too. So, I don't know if that's going
Thank
on or not.
you.
Anyway. Oh, Betsy making apple crisps.
Yum.
Aunt Betsy. Tell Aunt Betsy we said hey and tell her to send us some.
Yes. Oh, apple crisp. That sounds wonderful.
Right, and, user sweetheart, I'm up early too, dog walkies at sunrise.
Oh,
Magic
love that.
time, sunrise and sunset.
Really? Right?
I just did a show on, yesterday with Gail on fairies, and we were talking about that. Mornings. Oh, David's in Louisiana. Yeah,
Oh,
beautiful,
nice. Hi
beautiful.
from Louisiana.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the sky is outstanding right now, you guys. So we're kinda getting into that time where we say the veil is thinner,
Mhm.
and the veil is always really thin, right, at sunrise and dusk. But I think in particular right now, as we're going into the new version of the world
Yeah.
or the universe,
Mhm.
it's really thin. And then I think sometimes was the veil only ever our ego?
Ooh.
What do you think of that? I kind of wonder because it's
I
3D.
like that.
Yeah, it was our perception all the time that was the veil. Is kind of what I'm thinking is we change our perception on the world and the universe and who we are and what's out there.
I like that, Terry. That is really a good perception of it. And looking at it that way, I mean, look at how we could really hone in to so much more by just changing our perception.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I like
Um,
that.
I think Einstein has a quote like that. I think it was Einstein. Um, Something about perception. I don't know. I've seen so many great quotes lately, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to remember that. Zoom. So,
Right? Or tell me a joke and then ask me what the joke was 5 minutes later, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's like I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. Jules, learning to listen. Good morning, you. Julie, I sent you an email for Thursday's show, and I sent it to the wrong Jules, and she wrote me back. It was a different Julie, and she wrote me back, and she goes, "Terry, I think you want this for somebody else." I was like, "Oh my god,
I'm
thank you."
always afraid of doing that or sending the wrong link to the wrong
I
show.
did. I totally did. I totally did. Yeah, yeah. It was all me. Anyway, so I think we left off last time. Do we want to get on this? Because then we can answer some questions for people too.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
And Paul, I do have your question there, starred, dear. Okay, I think it was what new work or creativity emerges? Because I think we ended on what blocks abundance in 2026. I think that was the last one.
Okay, I brought one sheet, but yeah, I found my other sheet.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Got it.
Okay, what new work or creativity emerges? Well, that's interesting because we were just talking about perception
Right.
and how that changes. So I put more people looking into taking community and being of service and mindful news. I feel like there's going to be like new news stations out, more news stations out that are really mindful and giving things from a different perspective. I feel like the crazy, media repeating every other minute. Oh, there's going to be a storm. It's going to be half an inch, and get your slickers on. And
Right.
I mean, it's just they overdo everything. So, what about you?
Um, AI I get is gonna absolutely soar, and I get that people are going to be looking at new ways of being creative, like ways that they really haven't thought about or thought about, oh, I should do this, or but just kind of put it on the back burner. But
Yeah.
I feel like people are going to dive into that creative energy this year. That I get that creativity energy is really going to soar. And then I get a lot of like community gardens, people like having more gardens, and just spending time with plants and herbs, and being outside, and then self-help. I think with everything going on in the world and our personal lives, that we are going to be really just looking within, and really trying to really take care of ourselves and nurture ourselves.
Yeah, self-care, lots of self-care.
Yeah.
I see that too, and I see something coming up with, I've got a friend, and she used to always tell her husband, "Will you be sorry in 20 years if you went to this, office meeting instead of going to this football game with your kids?" And so, and I always think about that, and I think, sometimes I'll write, not every year, but I try to every year at the new year write what I would say to my kids, right? Particularly if I thought I was going to die the next week. So, or if I wasn't going to be here, they weren't going to be here. What would you want to say? I feel like there might be something happening on the planet where we feel like we need to be upfront with everybody and say, "This is the love I have for you. This is what you mean to me." Or another great thing is, I've always dreamed of going to the ocean. I've always dreamed of going to the Swiss Alps, or Mount Everest, or something like that, and fulfilling your dreams. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yep. Checking off those bucket list things that you've been wanting to do. And just
yeah, yeah. I feel like so many times we have the means, but we think we have that scarcity. For me, I was born with that scarcity mentality that was inbred pretty strongly. Like, oh no, 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 you can't possibly move there or do this or do that.
right?
Yeah, yeah, or go on YouTube, right?
Yeah, never in a million years would have I thought I could do this. And
Yeah. Yeah. So really having fun.
and
Oh,
YouTube really really taking off this year.
yeah. Yeah. YouTube is going to be an amazing thing. I think you're right. And I think not only in self care and self help, but also in like selling. Like there's a lot of people selling antique jewelry on it and all sorts of other things. I think that it's going to be kind of like a communiversity and a community, market kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Really incredible. Um, Annie Bear says AI is going to be a sudden tsunami level change. We're going to have to be adaptable. 100%. And that's a good point, Annie, because I feel like, and hello, Diana, and everybody else coming in, Judith and Wildflower. Yeah, they've already taken off Wildflower, YouTube for sure. But it's like, it's going to get that much bigger. But there will be jobs that will be cut due to AI as well. And yet there's going to be like a little room there, I think. But eventually, what's going to happen is that we're going to find that rhythm
Yeah.
and we'll be doing what we really love to do that AI can't do. So
Yeah, there'll be those certain jobs that AI can't, but I know as a family we've been talking for months about, this is what's happening. This is, we really need to look at the kids and Tim and what they're doing, and will their jobs be around in 3 years, 5 years, 7 years?
yeah, and will that $100,000 college degree
Be
be?
worth it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
So the next thing that we had, the next question was, what collective lesson arrives in 2026?
I have choosing love over hate, unity over division, and peace over chaos. That people are just are done. They're done with the chaos and the hype and all of that, and people are just kind of going back to that self care. People are going to be really like looking within and really taking care of their nervous systems and just going, you know what, I'm not going to engage, shutting the news off because I want the peace. And you know what, I'm coming together with my neighbor, even if there's different beliefs, but we're coming together in unity and compassion. And I think that will be something beautiful to witness.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. Um, let's see. I put down like our soul questions, like who am I? What am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? And what am I grateful for? Kind of. I get that the collective lesson of media and the constructs that society has given us of judging others, and also of like what is important in our lives. Like, is it having I always relate it to a Birkin handbag, because I think having a $50,000 handbag is like the epitome of crazy. But
Right.
but I can't afford it, so well, I could, but there are other things that I'd rather have, like 5 cars or something,
Yeah.
used cars. But anyway, so looking at things like that's so important. And I think a lot of our kids have kind of been in that crosshairs where they were kind of brought up on social media and seeing, particularly like my daughter, seeing how beautiful everybody is and everybody's airbrushed, and they have all these beautiful clothes on every minute of the day. They seem to make us think. So luxury, I mean, what is luxury? Is it being luxury is kind of being loved, isn't it? And loving ourselves. I think
Mhm.
that's the greatest luxury.
Oh, amen to that, right?
Yeah.
Really, really showering ourselves with love and whatever's luxurious to, that makes you feel special.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's such a haves and have not era right now. The disparity of income, the disparity of jobs that are available, you know, and so or the disparity of being able to take care of our kids the way that our parents took care of us, perhaps. So anyway, okay, so this is a. Oh, you want to do the next one?
What helps people stay grounded in 2026? That's the right one.
Yep, that's it.
I have community, eating healthier, and people spending more time outside, and really being present. And I have to say, I kind of got the giggles. I was telling Terry backstage, I went to the dentist on Wednesday, and I'm sitting in the waiting room, and there are three ladies, sitting around me, and probably about 20 years, maybe about 20 years older than I am. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking around, and they're just on their phones, and no clue to what was going on around them. And I had to get the giggles. I'm like, they are totally tuned out. They are not present. And but it was funny to see that it was such an older generation that they were totally tuned out. And maybe it was their way of coping, and maybe that's what I should have been doing rather than just kind of sitting there. But I really feel like being present, getting off your phone, the whole scrolling thing is going to really help us stay grounded. Meditation, Teri's meditation, Annie's meditation, Julie's meditation, and then making sure our energy is clear, because I mean this is going to be a wild ride for 2026. And so if you're picking up bits and pieces of crud from somebody you've talked to, on the phone, or you see or on TV, to really make a point to clear your energy, cut your cords, and and that goes not only with yourself but your house too, because the house carries the energy. That's what a little bit of tips for 2026.
Yeah, I love those. I love those. Really clearing our energy. I think it's really important because we're all getting activated right now. And it's funny because we've all been getting activated spiritually, I think, for a few years, right? All the upgrades. And now we're kind of getting activated, I feel like, emotionally with all the information that's coming out from different files that are in the news, from all sorts of different things that are coming in, from behavior of the politicians and the billionaires. So, okay, so I digress. So I was going into being really aware of self-care again, like your body and loving yourself, but also like water, little things like your water.
Yes, huge.
Yeah, drinking good water. We are on a kick now in my family, and all of us are I was telling you about this before we went on. I went to Whole Foods and I had them help me get some protein powder that was good for everybody in the family. So I got two different kinds, but anyway, so now we're on this kick where we're really trying to upgrade what we're putting into our physical forms. So, and we always ate pretty cleanly here, but we're really trying to up our thing there.
Up your game.
Yeah, up the game. And then I wrote, blessing our food, our water, wholesomeness, like what we watch on TV is huge, right? And
Really.
yeah, and I know there's a lot of people that love drama and suspense and things like that. But just, you know, while you're watching it, can you watch it and enjoy it, or are you sensitive, very, very sensitive that you watch it and you get perturbed, or it, activates your nervous system? So it activates my nervous system like crazy. But there's some shows that I can watch, and it doesn't bother me. And I can kind of laugh about it. And then the other thing is community coming together, and you guys are all really good about that right here. Oh, Annie Bear bought laundry sheets. Yeah, package is recyclable friendly. Those are really good. Yeah, getting rid of the liquid jugs. Yeah, we did too. And we also got the powder, a new powder that's made from enzymes, I believe, for the dishwasher.
Yes, I love that.
Okay, so next, what spiritual energy is amplified?
You go.
Oh, okay.
You go.
Okay.
I went first last time.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I get all of your clairs are going to be amplified, and it's up to you which one happens first, or you're just going to know it, right? But they're going to go a step further. And Annie and I talked about this on Monday, that one thing that's really going to amplify is going to be, we're told that our crown chakra is violet and our throat chakra is turquoise. But what if they switch that day? And what if you're getting in this clear blue message through your crown chakra, of strength and protection and everything, and your throat chakra is purple, and you're speaking your spirituality. So all of our senses are going to change. They're going to be upgraded to a point where we're going to look back at clairs and kind of not laugh, but just be like, oh, that's what I really wanted back then, but this is so much different, so much better. And then also media, politicians, and family. That family is going to be a lot different. And maybe it's going to be who we call our family. I don't know. But I think that we're going to be able to look at our family and love them where they're at. And I think that a lot of us have had family issues where we thought, oh gosh, they're voting for this person and I just can't abide by that, and things like that. I think that enough things are going to happen on the planet that we're going to think, let's stop acting like children and love people where they're at. And loving people where they're at might mean not having contact with them. But
right.
Boundaries. It doesn't mean that you have to have tea every morning or coffee. Yeah. So you go.
I love that, Teri. And it's funny how ours are so similar. I got our consciousness. Our consciousness is really going to be amplified this year, and along with just our awakening, that we are going to notice. We're going to notice our ascension process. And just speaking of the clairs, I feel like those two, I love what you said about the colors and whatnot, but I feel like they're going to be really amplified. And I feel like it's going to be different for everybody. And some people may like really witness it and others may not, but know that you are leveling up. And then I got love and compassion is really going to be amplified this year. And I wrote down everybody should put a love bubble around themselves for 2026, and when you're feeling good and when you're feeling a little bit blue, just, to surround yourself with that love and just put yourself in that love bubble. And so nothing negative, nothing overwhelming, overstimulating, harsh can penetrate that love bubble.
That's beautiful. Yeah, love that love bubble. Okay.
What are what are people done tolerating this year? They're done tolerating hate. People are sick of the division that is going on. They're done tolerating greed, lies. I think people are really tired of seeing the 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 top billionaires and millionaires, succeeding and making all the money. And I think people are literally witnessing this, and they're done with it. The gaslighting, people are over it. And um with this, I feel like this is part of the crumbling of it's the crumbling of the collective, and it's also going on in our personal lives. And I can speak for myself. We are being pushed to whatever isn't in alignment with us. We are being pushed right now that we we will align, and the energy of the 5D will push us to align. But we will see a new society, a new world being built. And that's going to be beautiful. And I feel like we're going to be witnessing it. And it's going to be a lot, and not only in our personal lives, but in the collective.
What do you think the driving factor is going to be in that, Kelly? Like what is going to explode or be revealed, or I'm just I love
I
what you're saying. I really love what you're saying.
I and I want to be careful with my words, but I think a majority of it is there. Well, there's going to be things that are hidden that are going to be coming out, but I really think the number one thing is going to be the Jeffrey.
Yeah.
People, it's not going to go away, and there's going to be so much more coming out, and people that people are going to be shattered, because people that they looked up to, and we're all witnessing it, right? I mean, people that we kind of looked up to are in the files, and we're just kind of going, what the heck? And so it's witnessing that, and people aren't going to tolerate it. And there's going to be those few that are. And I can't imagine playing mental gymnastics with yourself to tolerate such cruelty and abuse. But there will be a few, but I do feel like that's going to be the number one thing that is people are over it.
Yeah, it's like I think the world has turned a blind ear, blind eye to it for so many years with religion and politics, and people getting away with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's at the point where so many of us have been triggered by it because it happened to many of us or somebody that we love.
Mm-hmm.
I also kind of feel like there could be a lot more galactic sightings.
Yes.
And that's going to kind of look at things like, well, we look at our fellow human species as us and them so often, but golly, that's going to be a bigger shift. So yeah, and I think that there might be something that happens that triggers this. I see people laying flowers like they did at Lady Diana, when she passed, and remember the mounds of flowers laid at the palaces. I mean, all over the world, people were laying flowers and candles for her. I feel like something shifts there. That there's going to be something coming up. Oh, what was that one? Was that one?
What are people done tolerating?
Yeah, that's right. So I agree with everything you said. Lies, grift, power hungry trillionaires, moguls, and corporations that have taken over like the farming and husbandry, husbandry or whatever it's called, animal husbandry. I don't know. Anyway, but there's going to be a lot of changes with that, I think. And we talk about the shadow government every once in a while, the people behind the trillionaires, the people behind the politicians. And I'm wondering if some of this doesn't get exposed as well.
Yeah. I think some of the stuff that is going to come out is going to be earth shaking.
Yeah.
And you hit on farmers. I feel so bad for these farmers
Mm-hmm.
that, I mean, we have all of these billionaire trillionaires going in and buying up this land, and so this two people, the farmers are witnessing it, and the people in the communities are witnessing it, and know it's not right, and but it's happening, and so I really feel like it's the power of the people, and it's gonna take all of us to really stand up and say no more,
Yeah.
and really use our voices, and not only use our voices, but use our power as far as um, there's that company that we all go to buy stuff. I don't want to say it. Um, and we can have
Yeah.
stuff delivered, in just a few hours, where I think just saying, you know what, no, I'm gonna shop locally, and they might not have the exact same thing, and I might have to pay a little bit more, but I'm not gonna support. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
support this.
Yeah. Um, so what wants to be born in 2026?
You go.
Oh, I did.
Well, because I went first last time.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. What wants to be born? Okay. Um, it doesn't take me half an hour. my,
No.
my brain wants to be born. No, sorry, you guys. Okay. Change wants to be born. So we are really going into changes. Oh my God, we are letting go, letting go, letting go of all that stuff. We are just, I see people standing in the street. I see that peace, power,
Yes.
love, peace and love. I see that peace and love and flowers everywhere. That's going to be like the new thing. Um, and so children and hybrids, the children that have come into the planet are so different than how we grew up, like what they want and how they look at things. So that's going to be huge, and their children are going to be just out of this world. Um, Science is going to be born with AI, math, and astronomy. Is just going to. It's like it's going to take off. It's like a lot of us grew up with Britannica, right? What was the name of that? Encyclopedia Britannica.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. Everybody had a set in their house.
yeah, or world books or something. I don't know, the DK books, all that stuff that our kids grew up with. So that was kind of our thing, and the new thing is going to be like, a laser or something or plasma screen that you can pull up on your watch and cover your whole arm and just look at something and punch it in, and it's going to be like a hologram. So I see technology, whoosh,
Yes.
it's crazy. Yeah. What about you?
Um, 5D is going to be really pushing hard this year. Um, and that kind of goes along with the whole, love and peace and unity, because when we're in 5D, that's what it is. It's the no judgment, and you kind of hit on that a little bit ago, that just not judging people, where they're at, and accepting them for where they're at. um and I what do I have here? 5D pushing hard, freedom, unity, truth, And with you, technology is going to explode like no other. It's gonna blow us away. Um, like you said, the we're gonna be able to walk into a store, and it might not be this year, but they're I really feel like they're on the cusp of it, and it could happen if not this year, but next year that we'll walk into a store and well, and it's already happened at airports where you just walk in and walk out, and you don't pay. I mean, well, you
Yeah.
pay, but you don't. There's not an exchange. You don't hand a credit card or anything. And so I really feel like that is going to build on that, where that's going to be the next thing where you don't pay. You pay, but you don't pay with a credit card. And then the flying cars and the what do you call them, the cars that self-driving cars.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna That's gonna really explode this year in areas, and not in real rural communities, but it's gonna expand out where we're gonna be seeing a
Yeah.
lot more self-driving cars.
I think so too. Okay, it's your turn, isn't it?
Oh yes, okay. Um, and what animal or symbol represents 2026? I chose the horse because of the Chinese New Year coming up on February 17th. And so I got, freedom, passion, living our dreams, and really working on our goals. And you mentioned this earlier, that if a person has something on their bucket list or something that they've been wanting to do, really pushing hard to do whatever that is, and really going after your dreams, and conquering those goals, and a venture. And I don't know if that symbolizes, if that's part of the symbol of the horse, but I get that people are going to be doing more adventures this year, and just little mini road trips, vacations, and little outings where people are going to, and family oriented things too, whether it's a day trip or weekend trip, and just going out on little mini adventures more so this year. And I think it's to help ground and just find that fun and explore, and just the fact that we're not here on this planet for very long, and that we have to enjoy the time that we're here, and to do those things.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So I pulled up, of course, the horse, fire horse. Lots of dragon energy because they're shapeshifters.
Yeah.
The whales and the dolphins and all the water creatures for sure coming in. The fae, the fairies, so the winged ones, and the snake people and the Lyrans. I feel like there's a lot of inner earth opportunities this year. And as we get more galactic sightings, we'll get more inner earth sightings too, because we'll realize that they already have bases inside the planet. So that's going to be really important. What emotion leads the year? So this is interesting. When we think about emotions, we think about like fear, disbelief, amazement, lust, is kind of what I was getting. But then I get the opposite thing of that as a state of being. And like you guys here, and you're so together and connected, all of you. So I feel like we'll be coming into that state of being where we'll be watching things, we'll be witnessing things with joy, still being able to have joy in our hearts, and still being able to have a certain amount of abundance. I don't even want to qualify that with certain. I think abundance. We'll have abundance because there's energy that's being created by all the things that are happening. It's like alchemy, right? Things are blowing up. Like I think our president is an agent of chaos. And with that chaos, there are things blowing up right and left. And because of that, there's energy out there. All we have to do is reach for it and say, this is how I want this. I want this, bring it into our hearts and cleanse it. And what do we want to do with it? So I kind of took off on that. Sorry. Yeah.
Love that.
It.
I have peace, love, and truth. And I know I've been hammering on that, but truth is going to be a big one. That we're going to be witnessing truth. Truth is going to be coming out. And then passion, following our passions, kind of going back to the beginning where that creativity, energy, what do you love to do? What are your passions? And following them. And then I get like oneness that, we are going to really be honing into the emotion, and just realizing that we truly are all one. And, when we love on each other rather than hate on each other, it really makes the world a more better and beautiful place. And then, again, I reset. I really feel like, that we are going to be, a lot of us are just going to be resetting this year and literally witnessing the reset of our personal lives and what's going on in our government.
It's beautiful. Yeah. I think the next one's yours, young lady.
Oh, it is. Thank you. Thank you. What advice does 2026 offer us? I have acceptance, really accepting ourselves and accepting others, and being our authentic selves is going to be huge. And everybody here, in chat and whatnot, everybody comes from their authentic self, but we're going to be really seeing people just really staying true to themselves and choosing love. And what advice does 2026 offer us? I feel like we are going to be pushed, really pushed out of our comfort zone. And for a lot of us, this is going to be, it's going to be triggering. It's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be a lot of people feeling vulnerable. However, it's going to be really healing. It's going to be healing for us, and we are going to witness growth within ourselves, and people that are being pushed out of their comfort zone. We're going to really see them really just soaring this year. And so, and a lot of it is just to keep us on our right path. I mean, we all signed up to be here. We all signed up for this life. And sometimes we just get so comfortable in our, doing what's, our day-to-day routine and whatnot. And our angels and guides are going, you know what? You signed up for more than this, and you're comfortable. And so, they're going to be given that little bit of push for us to step out. And if you're feeling it, you don't have to jump all in, but just take those baby steps, those little baby steps, and you'll really notice big changes and growth.
Yeah. We're going to see things and know things. Well, what's interesting is I feel like a lot of people here have already known these things. A lot of us are already aware of the things that are going to be coming out. But we might learn them about different people than we thought we would.
Definitely.
So they might come at us in a different way than we thought that they would. So I got, go get what you want.
Yes.
That's what I get. Like, if you want something, go get it. Like, if you want it, take a beach vacation. If you want to, take a day and watch Netflix all day, or whatever gives you joy. Read a book all day. It doesn't have to be going somewhere. It can be going within, but
Mm-hmm.
really have fun with this planet because, like you said, we're not here for very long.
Right.
So enjoy. Be what you want. Put your foot forward and put your foot down when you need to. Something new or deeper than you've already been. So the things that we've done before are just, kind of skimming the surface, I feel like, for what happens now, because now things get really deep and it's going to be beautiful. Annie says kids' movies for me. And I love what Annie said. Everybody's got great comments, you guys. Annie says, feeling humbled, authentic, adaptive, grateful for community, love based decisions sought. And I love this too. Wildflower, because she says, I like my comfort zone. Honey, I love my comfort zone.
Me too.
Jammies at 7 p.m. or 7:30. No
Me
worries.
too.
Yeah. And how sacred is life. I love that, Garnet. Yeah. So, well, we've got just a few minutes. If anybody wants something, I know Paul did ask a question here at the very beginning. Hello, Terry Kelly. Happy Friday the 13th. Oh, it is Friday the 13th. I didn't realize that.
Oh, I didn't either.
Yeah. And to all, question. We are off to Disneyland tomorrow, but no one is excited to go. Just me so far. I am hoping they will come out of it. And be happy. What do you guys say? P.S. Do I still keep the trip?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important, Paul, that you keep the trip. And I think what's going to happen is, you guys have just gone through a death, and everybody grieves in different stages. But I really feel like they may be sad on the way there, but once they get there, I really feel like everybody's energy is going to shift, and that this could be a really healing opportunity for all of you. and
Mhm.
and I and including you, and you're happy to be going there, but I feel like it's going to be healing for you too, and especially them. So I wouldn't cancel it. I think it would be good. But what do you think, Terry?
Yeah. So if they have said that they're not comfortable with it, then I would listen to them, Paul. But if you think you can get them in the car and go, I feel like sometimes when we look at trips like this and we're apprehensive, I mean, you can think about it, and what's the worst that can happen is that everybody stays in their hotel room and watches movies all day, right? And orders room service. I mean, that in itself would be a beautiful thing. So I think that it might look different than you thought it would, Paul. But I do feel like it could be okay. So yeah, I would just ask them. Um, yeah. Okay. And Barbara says, "Do I need a helmet for my birthday?" Oh,
Yep. Because her birthday's on the 17th, and we got the eclipse and the fire horse energy coming in. Yeah, I would get that helmet out if I was
yeah.
you.
And this is figurative. I don't feel like
Yes.
you're in any harm's way at all, Barbara.
Yeah.
At all.
No. In just being silly.
Yeah, yeah. So I do feel like it'll be a big upgrade, and I feel for you it's going to be a gift, Barbara, because it's on your birthday. So I would take it that way, and I would request that from your guides in the universe. I request gifts today. It is my day. So make that energy work for you. Oh, somebody's saying rent a cabana. Yeah, she says thank you. Was nervous. Not at all, my friend.
No,
Um,
huge. Like you said, Terry, I feel like you are going to be getting huge, huge upgrade.
yeah, yeah.
Probably going to
And
have to really work on being grounded.
oh,
On
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hypnicity says, I feel like there's something big coming. Can't say what exactly, but it's uneasy. Any thoughts? I'm seeing a pyramid. So this could be a mountain, which could be a volcano. It could be an energy that comes in. There's lots of different things that a pyramid can be. And also be government, because there's three. What is it called? Three branches of our government: legislative, judicial, and executive. Right, the three branches. So something with that three, I'm seeing hypnicity. What are you seeing, honey?
You know what, hypnicity, I really feel like you're picking up on the energy in the collective, and it's because you're intuitive, you're
Yeah,
sensitive, and um you're feeling, and because I'm with you, there definitely is something coming, and but I feel like it's on the collective that you're picking up, because within your life I feel like um the energy coming forward in your life I really feel is like smooth sailing, and so I feel like it's the collective. You're witnessing. We're all witnessing the crumbling of the government.
yeah, I think so too. It's things are going to look a lot different. Things are going to kind of fall apart and get put back together the right way.
Yeah, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. It really is. And we came here to witness it. And
Yeah,
so, I think we're all just feeling it within our bodies. And so that, the whole really taking care of ourselves and really kind of protecting our nervous systems right now is really
yeah,
important.
huge, huge. And then, do you want to look? I think we got time for one more. Um,
Hypnicity says Mother Earth is in labor. Good way of putting it.
Really
Yes.
good way to put it. Yeah, yeah.
And Paul says they're going. Guys, they're okay with it
I
by
think that's
going.
great.
Yes, I'm they're going to have fun once they get there. And sometimes we just need to get out and have that change of energy, and it's really hard to be sad when you're at Disneyland, you know.
Yeah, and the thing is, they'll all be together, so
Yeah.
there's going to be that support system. So you can do it in increments too, right? You don't have to spend 12 hours at the park. You can go for a couple of hours, go back to the hotel or the Airbnb and have something to eat. And maybe somebody needs to stay there and have a nap, right? And then go back and forth and
Have
um
that apple crisp.
uh-huh.
Have that apple crisp, have some good snacks, and yeah.
Yeah. Now we've got time for one more. Did you see anything come up?
Oh, let me
Okay. You go ahead and pick one if you see anybody or anybody brings something up. Oh, you're welcome, Paul. Yeah.
I did see there was somebody that had mentioned that if there was time. Oh, Michelle. Well, there's two. There's at 10:49. Seabright question: May I have a general reading? And then Michelle said general reading.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Seabright, are you still here, dear?
Yeah,
Michelle and Seabright. Seabright's here? Okay.
she is.
I don't know. Oh, I thought you said
Oh,
yes.
no, I would, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys are here, we'll give you a quick reading and then we'll get going. We'll skedaddle rattle. So, like I said earlier, everybody, I've got Rachel Grant coming on today. Yay! Seabright's here. And I've got Rachel Grant coming on the show today. We're going to do a recording because she's moving quick. She's got business. She's an author and she does all these podcasts, so she's going to be really busy. Oh, good. Michelle's here too. Okay. And she's really good with things that trigger us and how to get through that. Okay, question. May I have a general reading, please? Thank you, Seabright says. Seabright, are you leaving or moving or leaving something behind right now? I feel like you're not like you lost something, but maybe intentionally you're moving forward and something's behind you now. It was a big thing, like a big part of your life. I don't know if it was a job or a relationship or expectations, even. So let me know if I'm on it with that. It could have been a house. Whatever you did, it's going to be very, very healing for you. So you've got this big healing energy, and look at that on the top. Almost looks like the fire horse coming in. So you've got all sorts of energy coming in with it. Important information is coming in. Wounds are healed, and you're recharging. Could be something to do with family or a relationship. You'll know where it hits. And then I get an activation because of that. Like you're kind of walking through a new doorway, a new pathway with this. And I feel like the sky is the limit because that doorway that you walk into is the universe. You said, yes, something's trying to hold me back. You've got this. It feels like it's just going to click this week or next week, Seabright. It's just going to be, so don't push it. Just know that it's coming because it's like everything's good. They're showing me like one of those doorways, those rotating doorway things that you get into, and you're going to get off on the right stop thing. And it's just going to be like, boom. Oh, with interference. Yeah, you drew boundaries. Yeah. Yeah, that was that rotating doorway. And you're just going to step off and you're going to be right where you need to be. So you don't have to push that. You might have to keep up those boundaries, but you're headed right where you need to be.
I love that. And I too, I pulled closure that there's something coming to an end. You've outgrown what once was. No matter how much you try, you cannot return to what no longer aligns. And that's kind of what we were talking about earlier. I mean, things that aren't in alignment with you, Seabright, they're going to fall away. And sometimes it can be kind of sad, but we have to look at them as really being blessings because they're no longer in alignment with our energy. And so the universe is just kind of pushing them out of the way. Find the doors, and you mentioned doors. Find the doors meant for the version of you that you are becoming.
Well, that's perfect. I love that.
Right? And two, I really feel like you're going through some upgrades, and you may be feeling like your sleep is wonky, your appetite, your foods are changing, and there again, the change of friends and relationships. When we go through these ascensions, that's when people typically step away. And I don't know if it was her. Oh, she's drew boundaries. Yes. Yeah. And so that's going to be really, really important for you, Seabright. And community, you're here right now with community, exactly where you're supposed to be. And I love that. And so, leaning in on community where you feel welcomed and aligned and loved is going to be really, really important for you. And they said, not everyone will understand your calling, but people will. Seek those who speak your soul's language and create a circle where you are valued and supported. And here you are. I mean, and welcomed. And so, yeah, it's just welcome in the closures and know that you're being upgraded, and this ascension is really they can be tough, but it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It was a big blob you left behind, girl. She says, yeah, it resonates with her. Yeah. It was a big thing. So, sometimes when we're going through these changes, we're like, well, I have to be here then, we really push it. Right. Mm-hmm. But you're walking your path. You're in just the right space, Seabright. So You're going to be exactly where you want to be. You don't have to push anything. Okay, and then Michelle was also at 1049. Dun, 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 dun. Michelle, a general reading or words of advice from your guides. Oh, this is good because it'll be kind of a general reading for everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like. Michelle, I'm hearing that song, What Have You Done For Me Lately? I think you're going to be Miss Sassy Pants coming in here, young lady. And I feel that for all of us, like looking around the universe and thinking, what have you done for me lately? What have you given me lately? Like, you deserve these things. Or if you request them, you should have them. Like, owning up that you are special enough to have what you want, what kind of abundance you want, whether it's peace and tranquility, or whether it's community, or maybe it's money, right? Because it does cost us money to be here, or a car. It doesn't have to be a new car, but a safe car. So I feel like there's something coming in for you, perhaps, that you didn't think that. Well, we were talking about this, going to the dentist, and how scary it is. And then once we get there, we feel so much better, but it is hard to go. And there's other things like that because we're very vulnerable, right? We have our mouths wide open. People are putting their hands down your mouth. So why wouldn't we be kind of like, I don't know if I really want to go. But you're going to your sacred inner place, Michelle. So sacral chakra, tenderness, sensuality. So kind of going into that, and that's really where we do manifest things. That's really like the state, that oneness and that golden light, where we can pull in from the sides, like all these rays of light coming in and kind of change things. Oh, and Sirius star beings. So I don't know if Diana's still here, but I don't know if Sirius has anything to do with the 17th and the 20th, but something big coming in there. So this might be water for you too, Michelle, and for all of us. Like, we talked about drinking good water, taking baths, cleansing ourselves, maybe doing a sauna, but kind of releasing things. So go ahead.
I pulled a few cards, Michelle, and I think they're beautiful. The first card I got was spend time in nature. And so I forget what state you're living in. And so sometimes in the winter it can be harder to get out in nature. But even if it's briefly to go lean up against a tree or hug a tree, or if you absolutely can't, you can turn some nature on YouTube. There's live cams of nature. And they said, let the beauty of nature refresh your soul. But I also feel like it's going to be really grounding for you, because I feel like you've had a lot going on, especially just in your mind, that you've been really working things out. And by going out in nature and being in nature, it would be really, really grounding for you. And then I got go on an adventure. And we had talked about this, earlier for 2026. And it doesn't have to be anything expensive. You could buy your favorite snacks and go to a botanical garden or wherever. But it says, go on an adventure. Today's the day to try something daring. And that too, sometimes when we do try things daring, we have to step out of our comfort zone again. And we, like Teri and I said, we like our comfort zone, but sometimes, stepping out of it, we really obtain a lot of growth by doing so. And then I got connect to eternity within. Let yourself be held with love. And so loving on yourself, Michelle, and really, really honoring yourself. And especially now with Valentine's weekend, do something special for yourself. Love on yourself, and take care of yourself.
Michelle, I'm getting something to do with art with you too. So I don't know if you're taking a painting course or a journaling course. I know Allie has a journaling course that is supposed to be out of this world, heart and soul connected. But I'm seeing something to do with art with you. So I don't know if it's going to the galleries or the museums or but I love that the nature too. So it could be a oil painting course outside or water painting. So, oh, I'm sorry, MW. We are just getting ready to go, honey. We are. I'm a little over time, and I've got an important. Um, uh,
Recording. You have a
yeah,
recording coming up, and I'm on with um Annie's going to be on at noon,
yeah.
and we're going to be talking self care.
Oh, perfect timing. Okay, so go see Annie and Kelly. Is it going to be on both your channels?
Yeah, I sent her the link, and
Oh,
so
good.
yeah, so that she can sign me.
Yeah. So standing in the light and Calihealer. So yeah, anybody that has some more questions, go on over there. And we will
Yeah.
see you all later. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. This was fun, and we finally did it. It's February. We did
We we
2026.
but and it's so much fun, and I think people are always eager
Yeah.
to know. And thank you, Terry. Happy Valentine's weekend to you and everybody out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Lots of love.